Hey everybody, welcome back to Happily Hester After Girl Talk. Ariel here, and I had so much fun talking movies with you all in my last video. Well, it wasn't necessarily the last one, but my last Girl Talk video. I shared with you all some of my favorite rom-coms for, you know, just boosting your mood and helping you get through whatever. If you haven't seen that yet, I should be leaving a link to it in the description, or, you know, just search it in my Girl Talk videos. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you all again about romance movies, but I want to talk to you about some movies that are more likely for your man to watch with you, your husband, your spouse, whatever, your boyfriend, whoever. These are movies that are still romance movies, but you might actually be able to get him to watch it with you instead of watching his phone. And you know, I know how it is when you want to watch a romantic movie, you want your man to experience it with you, but a lot of the times he's bored and on his phone most of the time. So I talked to hubby, and these are hubby approved. I asked him what are some like romance movies that we watched or whatever that, you know, he actually didn't mind or that he wouldn't mind watching with me, and this is what I've come up with. Like I said, I basically just asked him, and I'm gonna just tell you what he said. I'm not a man, so I don't know where the logic comes from and all this, and your man might be completely different, but you know, you kind of get the idea. And these might be some movies that you want to bring up to him for date night and be like, hey babe, we don't necessarily have to watch, you know, the rom-commiest of rom-coms, we don't have to watch the chickiest of chick flicks, but maybe we can watch one of these. You know, gotta know how to ask. But anyway, so I've got 5 movies for you all today. The first one being Wedding Crashers.
I'm looking all over for you. I gotta get out of here pronto. I got a stage 5 clinger.
Which kind of makes sense because this movie has like 2 male leads. So, you know, men relate to other men. Science, right? So if you haven't seen that one, I definitely recommend watching it. It's basically about 2 guys who go around crashing weddings to meet girls. I mean, hey, okay, but it's also a romantic movie, a romance, because they end up finding, you know, the right women in the end. But anyway, the next movie that I have for you all is Love and Basketball.
I'll play you.
What?
One game, one-on-one.
For what?
Your heart.
First of all, Love and Basketball is like one of the greatest, especially black romance movies like ever. I mean, oh, maybe not ever, but it's a really great one. First of all, the music soundtrack, enough said. Like, come on, their soundtrack was lit and super romantic. So I definitely recommend watching it if you haven't seen it yet. That plot is just, it's too complicated to really explain, but the general gist is that, you know, 2 kids grow up together, a guy and a girl. The girl likes the guy, and she doesn't really know how to approach him in that way because she's like a tomboy, and then he ends up finding another girl, and yada 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 yada. And then at the end, they end up having like a relationship, and it's all centered around like their mutual love of basketball and the history that they have together, and just finding out that they are perfect for each other. And that was a super basic and maybe not even that accurate description of the movie, but you have to see it to like really get it. And I believe her name is Sanaa Lathan. Is that her? Yeah, Sanaa Lathan, I believe, is the main in this movie, and she can act. So, you know, definitely worth seeing it if you haven't seen it yet. Next on the list is going to be Titanic.
Hold on. Keep your eyes closed. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Classic. Even men cry at this movie, so that's how I know you can probably talk him into watching it with you, because it is like, you know, Leonardo at his best, even though he did not win a Grammy for it, but whatever. So you can probably definitely talk him into watching that, because it is just, oh my goodness, that's always on every like romantic movie list that you find. So if you haven't seen it yet, my husband, me and Daryl, when we were dating, he literally made me watch it because I had not seen it yet. I was back in high school, and he was like, you haven't seen Titanic? And I was like, no, like, first of all, you a dude, so what do you care? He was like, no, you have to watch that movie. And he literally, like, I think we were on the phone or something, or on video, and he literally like pulled it up at the same time as me, and we were watching it because I think it came on TV. So we were watching it together, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't seen this. This is great. So yes, definitely from experience, he will very likely watch that with you. So next on the list is going to be Guess Who.
Aren't you excited?
Teresa, a man is never excited about meeting his future father-in-law.
Now, if you don't remember Guess Who is that movie with Bernie Mac, R.I.P., with Ashton Kutcher and Zoe Saldana. Oh my goodness. First of all, Ashton Kutcher and Bernie Mac, dynamic duo in that movie, because this movie was about, okay, so Sanaa Lathan and, I mean, not Sanaa Lathan, I don't know why I'm thinking about her, Zoe Saldana and Ashton Kutcher are this couple that are dating, and they're an interracial couple, and she brings him home to meet her daddy, who, you know, is blackity black. And he was like, I'm sorry, you dating a white boy? This was back when like interracial relationships were really like taboo, and just the way that the situation escalated was hilarious. This was probably more of like a comedy than a rom-com, but it was pretty romantic too, because the relationship between Zoe Saldana and Ashton Kutcher, like, they played it. They did really good. So this is probably one that you can get him to watch with you, because Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher, that should be enough. So definitely add that onto your next date night list of bingey movies. Next and last on our list is going to be 500 Days of Summer.
Do you like me?
Yeah. Yeah, of course I like you.
As friends?
I know that y'all remember that movie. First of all, 500 Days of Summer hits so many different spots, because that's the movie that you want to watch when you want to see like a cute little love story, very indie, very, you know, like what is it called, alternative, whatever. But it's also that movie that you watch when you're like really sad, like you just got through a breakup and you just want to watch, because essentially the movie's about a guy who just got through a breakup, and he's just like reminiscing over all the days that they had together, and trying to figure out where everything went wrong, and basically just learning how to heal. So that's another movie with a male lead. I'm seeing a trend here. Touch on that later, but you know, it's another movie with a male lead, and it's very reflective, very insightful, and it was actually a really good movie. And so that's a good, I feel like, crying movie. He probably won't cry if you watch it with him. He probably gonna be like, wow. But you know, hey, at least I'll watch it with you. I ain't say he had to be all crying and stuff, but you know, at least he ain't looking at his phone like this. This be hubby when we watch movies. Yeah, I saw it. So anyway, I hope that this list helped you all. I hope that maybe if you introduce any of these movies to your man, then maybe he might watch them with you, and y'all can have a really fun date night where you can finally get a chick flick in and stop watching action movies. But anyway, if you have any movie ideas or anything, as usual, make sure you comment. Let me know below, especially my dudes out there. What movies do y'all like to see? The main reason that we are making and watching these types of videos is because sometimes us girls don't know. We know what we like. We want to know what you like. So definitely comment below, let me know. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, hit that like button, all the positive buttons, hit them, and so that you can receive notifications whenever we post new videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Just remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good, and Lord willing, I will see y'all next time. Bye.